Hey guys, this is the Hydra for Sun and Moon Guild. I am making a video to explain how I do damage. I don't know if this is going to help everybody. I do things a little differently though. As a free-to-play deck, I have to cobble things together as I explained in the tutorial video, and then see how I can do maximum damage with what I've got. For this video, I'm going to take on a hard map and hopefully not get wasted while I explain the matches that I'm making and why I'm making them. I think that's kind of important, and in the first video that I uploaded, I kind of rushed through things, and that's not exactly helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a green map on the hard, and I will pick somebody that will hopefully keep me alive through this. I typically use, if I can find him, somebody's 13x from the giant event. I may have used them all up right now, and we'll have to go with something else. But let's see what I got. Alright, so that's going to be a little bit difficult because I am going to take some pretty heavy hits. I may get killed because I'm going through this slowly and trying to explain things, but it's worth a shot. You know, actually, I am going to move this back. It's not going to give me as many attacks, but I probably won't die, so I'm going to do a medium map. And this will give us a little more insight into what's going on. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use Sonia's Jade Tail, which creates a power gem that helps me control the damage that I do. That's how I feel, is that is the one card I'm lacking from the deck that I'm currently using, because it would give me the guaranteed ability to make 4 power gems at the end of an attack or at the beginning and have my relics fire off. One thing that I identify as I'm going into a match is what kind of green gems I have on the board. I do have one relic that's going to change some colors, but hopefully, like in that case, it doesn't cover up any gems. So I have a lot of green gems to work with. Because of my relics, I have 2 power gems on the board as it is. It looks like the best that I can do in this case is create 1 more power gem. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm deliberately going to make this match so that I have one close to a 4 in case I can get 2 4s close together and swap them. That's really the best you can do when it comes to power gems, and it's the best match you can make because it adds heavily to your multiplier. I'm still working on how damage is calculated as far as the rows and columns, but if you match 2 4s, especially in commander events, you get a 16x bonus. So that's the minimum you could get if you swap 2 4s with, decent gems on the board. And then it does another multiplier past that based on what other gems you have around, what sort of matches it makes. As I explained, I wanted to make a bunch of power gems so I had something to work with. So when I get in a position like this, and I know that I can make more power gems, but I'm going to go ahead and use what I have because of the number that I have on the board. And I'm going to fire off all of my hero skills, which are all gem creation skills. I'm going to go ahead and save the Jade Tail because I'm going to need that in the next round to create 1 or more power gems. That will create 2 if you have more than 8 green gems on the board. So I was not able to get 2 4s right next to each other. And kind of an aside here, I have gems that are commander gems, and I have gems that are commander gems with spikes around them. Now, if they have the spikes around them, they've become a power gem, but they are also a commander gem. It's important to try and keep an eye on the gem before the commander covers it up, so you know what sort of power gem is under there. I happen to know that this 10 that is next to these 4s has a 2 underneath it. So the best match I'm going to be able to make is a 4 and a 2. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Cancel the attack. And the nice thing about that multiplier with the power gems, as if anybody's watched the first Rushed video that I did, you'll see that at the end of it, and Sonia asked about this, I matched a 4 and a 1. It was the best match I was going to be able to get. There were other ones that I could have matched, but it was a 2 and a 2. And the multiplier is going to be the same either way. 4 times 1 or 2 times 2, you're getting the same result. So I went ahead and matched the 4 and the off-color 1, because that's going to pull off-color gems off the board as well. So, that was just kind of a decision I made there. Sometimes you can get a bonus multiplier with it, but either way, you want to pull those gems off the board and hopefully get a green in its place. Now, I've got a full board, just about, with a couple of power gems. I was hoping I could get 3, but firing off this Jade Tail is going to give me 2. That's going to fire my relics off as well. So I've got a bonus 6 power gems just firing off that one card. Once again, I've got a 4 and a 2 next to each other with a basically full board. So I'm going to go ahead and match that and go ahead and wipe out this wave as well. And guys, because I'm new to this, I may talk too fast, I may miss stuff, I may not cover what I want to cover. So if you do watch these videos and maybe get anything from them, if any questions arise, I would love if you brought them to my attention. Especially, funny as it is, with stuff that I might not know about. So it gives me something to research and maybe figure out. I do spend a good amount of time researching this game. Checking in with what the high-ranked world players do. I like to have as much knowledge as I can when it comes to something that I'm interested in. And if y'all haven't noticed, I have a little bit of interest in this game. So now once again, my heroes are up. I'm kind of low on gems. I can't really make any power gem matches. I'm going to go ahead and fire off these 2 and hope that gives me a little something. Because it didn't, I'm going to go ahead with one more gem creation card, and that gave me what I needed to be able to make a power gem match, which is going to give me 4 on the board. So 2 of my relics are going to fire off their 2 power gems, times 2 power gems, and then after the turn, they're going to fire off again. So I've got a stupid number of power gems on the board again. It's mostly full. But because I know that this attack is going to be a massive damage dealing attack, and I'm going to take this guy out no matter what I do, I'm going to fire off my gem creation heroes and then Jade Tail again. So it's going to give me 2 more power gem 2s in addition to everything else that you see there on the board. Now I know under this 10x next to the 3 times power gem I have a 4. So that's going to let me match a 4 and a 3 for maximum damage. And I'm going to go ahead and take out this Takashigami. Now given, this is only a medium map, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't die in the process of trying to explain how I go through a board. Now that is the approach that I take for boss fights. Depending on the situation, I may not try that hard to create power gems. But I got lucky with what dropped, and I was able to accurately explain how I try to do my big attacks. I think that's important, and I think a lot of people maybe it doesn't come intuitively to them. So I do the best I can with it. I don't always do the best, but I can hang with my higher level guildmates. I can certainly throw some damage out, even if it's spiky, and it's been consistent. I've been playing this game pretty intensely for about 2 months now. I started about 4 months ago, played kind of half-assed for the first month or so, just kind of got into it and understood a basic bit of the mechanics. But I didn't realize how deep the role-playing game aspects were. I didn't realize how the cards and relics interact and how you can do the damage that I was seeing people do. And I was like, well, I'm never going to do that if I don't spend money. Like, there's no way. But as time progresses and I get more cards and I get more relics, I've realized that I can use this with this, and I can actually throw some pretty hefty attacks down. Like, I didn't ever see myself hitting in the billions. But there have been certain events where, I've been able to cap out my damage, and I've known exactly how to do that. This is one of those events where I know how to do it. I know how to maximize my damage, but unless the gems fall properly, I can't create that. And that's how I mentioned about the power gem creation card earlier. And as you saw with Jade Tail, if I'm able to do something like that, I can do a lot more damage. If I could work that card or something similar into my deck, it would make a huge difference. But Ancora did recommend that I do the video this way, and that was, I think, a good idea. It gave me the ability to show you guys this is what I'm shooting for, and this is how I do the best damage that I can possibly do. So again, that's a tutorial video for how the Hydro does damage. I'm sure you guys have seen that I can rock a boss here and there, and even at my level, you know, I can get some things done and help the guild, and feel better about how I play this game, because I have gotten interested in it. And again, guys, I'm a free-to-play player. I don't have a ton of money to put in this game. I don't think I ever will put a bunch of money into this game, but I do enjoy playing it. I enjoy acquiring cards and seeing how I can make them all work together, even across different events, to do good hits and good damage. Thank you for listening, and this and the tutorial video will kind of conclude at least my basic goals for what I wanted to do. And this hopefully opens up lines of questions for anybody that watches these videos, and maybe we can all get to be better players together. Again, thanks guys, and see you in Guild.